Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Burkhardt Farm Center Game of the Week on WQEL 92.7 FM, WQEL.com, and streaming live online on the OH Report. It's the Division III Sectional Championship between the 7th seed, the Bucyrus Lady Redmond, and the number 2 seed, the Colonel Crawford Eagles. Here at North Robinson, I'm Josh Stallings alongside John Suppan tonight. For John, this is I shouldn't say a rubber match. This is the third matchup between these two, but it's been tight all season long. Bucyrus and Crawford. These two met back on January 20th. Crawford escaping with a 47-44 win. The wins and losses in the conference don't tell the story because Bucyrus is playing their best basketball as of late. They beat Winford to be here 54-49, and Colonel Crawford lost their last regular season game 35-25 to Mohawk and ended the season 1-3 in their last 4. So Bucyrus is on the up and up. Crawford is kind of faltering lately.
Yeah, you take away the first quarter of the first game Winford Bucyrus played when Winford outscored Bucyrus by 15, 20 points. You take away from that quarter, they played pretty even. 7 quarters after that, and Bucyrus was able to get the win at Bucyrus there towards the end of the year. And I think Coach Bauer's got to be a little bit concerned. They've kind of went into a little bit of a scoring slump the last 4 games. That's why that 1-3 record popped in. Their offense just didn't get on the board, and they were relying so much on their defense. So they're going to have to wake up the offense tonight. They're going to have to go to Mira Holt, their senior leader. Hope she comes in through. And they're going to have to keep up with Brooke Dennison. Brooke Dennison is playing some of the best basketball of anybody in the area right now. And so, it's going to be interesting to see, what kind of a strategy after playing twice that both coaches are going to come up with.
Fans continuing to file in here at North Robinson. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll highlight some more of those individual players and the overall matchup when we come back.
How long does Jim make?
Let's.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
$65 for Crawford. 40% from the field for Bucyrus, 41 for the Lady Eagles, 25% from beyond the arc for the Lady Red, and 27 for Colonel Crawford. So, you look at that and you're like, man, this could be a defensive struggle. It's going to be matchup based where you have two of the league's best in Mira Holt, Brooke Dennison. Those are their two best scores. And then you have some X factors out there. Addison Kemery, she can be a double-double machine. Allison Weithman for Colonel Crawford, she can step up and knock down multiple threes throughout the night. You get her hot, she can get going. Crawford with a little bit of a deeper bench, but Bucyrus can bring in some three-point shooters. It's going to be real interesting how this thing shakes down and how the matchups Coach Brian Siebert and Zach Bauer set up.
Yeah, I think Coach Siebert's going to want to push the ball a little bit more than Coach Bauer. Coach Bauer likes to play that half-court offense. Look inside, maybe to the Mira Holt inside or Weithman. Kick it out to Weithman or DeRay for the three-point ability. Gabby Rawson's, streaking down the middle. Where Bucyrus kind of more get the ball up the court. Dennison, Kemery, very good athletes. Middleton, but the other night, unsung heroes. Melina Rowland and Addison Ricker came up with some big points against Winford. So, a lot might depend on those, those role players, the people you don't see in the statistics, how they can come through for each team tonight.
Yeah, Ricker had 9 the other night. Blizzard with 3 threes against Winford. And then you had Stratton and Rowland. They combined for 10 off the bench. So that's huge for Bucyrus, and they may need that again tonight, depending on how Crawford is able to shut down Brooke Dennison and Addison Kemery.
That's correct. And then you got, there's always variables, turnovers, foul trouble, foul shooting. So, when you get into the sectionals, you can throw all those statistics sometimes away. We get caught up in that, but it's all going to come down to who handles their nerves the best and who plays airless basketball.
Individual numbers here for Bucyrus. They have 2 girls averaging in double figures with Brooke Dennison at 12.6 and Addison Kemery at 10.3. Both very active on the glass at 4.1 rebounds for Dennison, almost 5.5 for Kemery. And you look up and down that sheet, and Bucyrus has a little bit of a defensive an overall rebounding advantage. But you go to Crawford, and it's just more spread out.
Yeah, and again, Crawford has 5 starters who complement each other very well. And none of them are statistically huge on the scoring or on rebounding, but they all play well together. Bucyrus is a little bit more undersized compared to Colonel Crawford, so they're going to have to get their baskets in transition. Where Crawford on the boards, Bucyrus is going to have to box out and handle Crawford's board game.
The Division III sectional final here from Colonel Crawford High School. The Lady Eagles and the Bucyrus Lady Redmen. A chance at a district from Shelby. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back on WQEL 92.7 FM, WQEL.com, and live online on the OH Report. We'll be back.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
The sectional final here from North Robinson. Josh Stallings, John Supon with you on WQEL and the OH Report. Let's go ahead and look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the number 7 seed, the Bucyrus Lady Redmen, under head coach Brian Siebert. Wearing number 3, a 5'6" senior, Addison Ricker. A 5'4" senior, number 5, Kendra Blizzard. Wearing number 10, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, senior, Brooke Dennison. Another senior at 5'8", number 12, Addison Kemery. And wearing number 15, a 5'5" junior,
They were playing today, huh?
Middleton.
They played at 6 o'clock today. Who they beat?
For Colonel Crawford, under head coach Zach Bauer. Zach will send number 2, a 5'2" junior, Gabby Roston, at the point. Wearing number 5, a 5'7" junior, Mira Holt. A 5'5" senior, number 10, Allison Weithman. Wearing number 15, a 5'6" sophomore, Lexi DeRay. And in the middle, number 33, a 5'6" senior, Lene McKibben. Bucyrus in their traveling red uniforms. They got the white numerals, black lettering, and the black trim around the sleeves. Colonel Crawford is in their home white unis with the maize trim and the maize numerals. The Eagles Nest out in full force tonight. A student section nearly wrapping all around one half of the floor. And for Bucyrus, they are certainly well represented by their students as they have a full baseline full of their peers out to run through. John, I would say this place isn't packed, but it's about 85% full here. And anytime you come to North Robinson, it's a tournament atmosphere. This is old school gym, old school basketball, and it's hot. It's exactly how that Colonel Crawford likes it.
A lot of excitement here at the North Robinson, and both schools know each other so well. 6-8 miles apart. Kids know each other. That's what makes it a fun atmosphere. Fans, get together and before the game and talk and exchange pleasantries. But then once the tip off, it's all no holds barred. Just go play basketball.
And it's certainly not just Bucyrus and Crawford people here. A lot of local high school sports fans come out to support these girls and the boys as well. And that's certainly something you want to see.
When I was official and, fortunate enough to work quite a few tournament games, this is the best time of year for me as an official. And I know for the fans and the teams, because, it's the end of the regular season. The grind's over. Everybody's 0-0, and let's play basketball.
And that is exactly what we're about to do. Addison Kemery in the center circle for Bucyrus, Mira Holt for Colonel Crawford. Bucyrus left to right, Crawford right to left on your radio dial. Officials are set. We are set. Let's play ball. The ball is in the air, and we are underway from North Robinson, controlled by the Colonel Crawford Lady Eagles. Gabby Roston comes across the timeline. It looks like Bucyrus is going to go with maybe a zone here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to force Colonel Crawford with the zone here.
Immediately they go down low. McKibben trying to save it. Ball out and able to get it to DeRay. Hustle rebound. Good job by DeRay to track it in.
DeRay has been coming off the bench most of the season, so starting tonight from Coach Bauer, maybe to get a little offense going.
The sophomore earning a starting spot here in their first tournament game. Of course, Bucyrus knocking off Winford. Roston, head of the key, hands off Weithman. Weithman with the left hand goes left wing to DeRay. DeRay against Kemery. Spins at the elbow. Kick to the corner to Roston. Roston sights it, jabs. Now she'll back away. Roston looks to penetrate. Shut down. Lost it briefly. Picked it up. Into the corner. McKibben's going to shoot the three. No, but DeRay's there. Backside to clean it up. Put back is no good. DeRay pulls it in again to keep it alive for Crawford.
Pretty physical play inside there, and DeRay tried to put it back in and got blocked.
That's certainly one thing Bucyrus can't do is let them get extended possessions. First three for Weithman is no good. Wide left. They scrum for it, and it's going to be Middleton to come out with it. 4 bodies hit the floor.
Officials letting them play here the first couple of minutes.
Dumping down low, pass behind Middleton, and a takeaway. Up the floor's Holt. Holt right of the rim. Up on Dennison. High off the glass. No good. McKibben, another offensive rebound. Outside Weithman, who knocks it in from 12. Another offensive rebound by Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford's hitting the boards hard and getting those second chance opportunities. Bucyrus going to slow it down here, maybe work a little offense, run some clock off.
Lady Red, need to talk about boxing out maybe in a timeout or anytime we get a dead ball. Near side for Bucyrus is Middleton out to Kemery. McKibben picks up Kemery beyond the arc, going to hand back off to Middleton. Middleton works inside with the left hand. In traffic, Middleton put it up. No. And DeRay clears it again for Crawford. DeRay up the floor to Weithman. Weithman wide open. She's blocked by Dennison. And off of Weithman and out of bounds. Turnover back to Bucyrus. Dennison with a little bit of a stare down. Hey, that's a big block.
Big block, and then it hit Weithman on the ground when she was laying out of bounds, so the ball to Bucyrus. Good hustle play.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dennison, she's as competitive as you're going to find.
Good job by for Dennison coming across the court. And, again, let's see if Bucyrus can get a shot at the basket here. They haven't had any opportunities, really.
Soft full court press by Crawford. They get it to Middleton and then back off. Middleton sends near side to Blizzard. Kendra back out to Brooke Dennison. Dennison picked up by Roston. Gets a ball screen. Doesn't use it. Goes to the roll. And then a reach-in foul. A hand check going to be against Mira Holt. That's a big foul. Holt gets in foul trouble, and they lose their leading scorer.
That's what, 12 points a game right there. So, yeah, she has to stay on the court, plus her senior leader.
4 low for the Lady Red. Dennison on the baseline to inbound. Throws out front to Middleton. 2-0. Crawford on top here in the first. Clock moving at 5:10 in the opener. Down low on the give and go. Ricker trying to save it, but she stepped on the baseline and out of bounds. And now timeout, Coach Siebert. 5:07 to go in the first quarter, and he's got something he wants to chat about. Crawford 2, Bucyrus 0, and we'll be back on WQEL 92.7 FM in the OH Report.
Back in 1946.
Just a 30.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
I think a timeout by Coach Siebert for the offensive end, and they've had 3 chances on the offensive end and really never got any of their sets.
Weithman with a travel turns it back to Bucyrus. Again, they'll deny the inbounder, but Middleton breaks free and she'll cross the timeline into the forward court. Middleton, ball screen from Kemery. Kemery now gets ahead of the key, going to jab on McKibben, looks to work it inside, stops in the short corner. Hand off Dennison. Dennison baseline, outside. Ricker, 8-footer. That's her money spot, and she hits it.
Good ball move by Bucyrus there, and to get the open shot.
Tied at 2 here in the opening quarter. 4:23 to go. On the right wing, here's DeRay. DeRay picked up by Kemery. DeRay starts head of the key, now reverses course. Contact inside, went right at Kemery, and DeRay with a left-hand floater drops it.
Nice shot by DeRay. Earlier in the year, she wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have taken the ball to the hoop. She's more of a spot shooter. She could tell she's gotten a lot more confidence.
She's got them flashy kicks on them.
Yes.
Gold-plated kicks.
Yeah.
Middleton out to Blizzard. Blizzard looking on the inside. Skip it over. Middleton right out to defense. Put it off the window. No good. Rebound by Holt. Mira will bring it up for Crawford. Holt between the circles. Holt back to the basket. Now spins with it. Gives off Roston, and she'll set up their half-court offense. Roston to Weithman. Weithman wants to drive. Weithman into the corner. DeRay going to shoot the 3. Lexi in and out. Rebound to Bucyrus.
Bucyrus really doesn't have a post player. They're more 5 guards, 5 forwards. So, they don't really have to. So they got to work inside out as far as driving to the basket and kicking it back out like they did earlier to Ricker.
McKibben denies. Kemery on the penetration. Yeah. Outside 3 on the way. No good. They fight for it. McKibben on the floor finds DeRay. McKibben's 3rd rebound. Here they come in a hurry. Down low, Roston spins. Some contact outside. Holt will shoot the 3. Mira in the corner. Roston falling down. Finds Mira Holt for the first triple. Dennison looks to drive. Dennison falls down. Now a tie-up out of bounds. And it's going to be Colonel Crawford basketball and a little bit of momentum shifting the Eagles' direction. 7-2 here in the first quarter. And our first sub, we're going to see Colonel Crawford check in 14 Lexi Rush, give Weithman a break.
Rush a little bit more of a post player, inside presence. Look for Crawford, try to post her up maybe and take advantage of the size.
Kemery did a nice job the other night on Frombaugh, but Crawford, they got a few more girls that can play the inside. Here comes DeRay, or Rush. Left to the rim, nice penetration, and Rush puts it up and scores it. Cyrus needs a basket to kind of quiet this crowd. Even out the momentum. Kemery looking down low, Ricker. Ricker puts up a floater, not even close. Force that shot. They fight for it. That's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Bucyrus off of Rush. And here comes our first sub for Bucyrus. That's 22, Melina Rowland.
Going in for Burley. Burley took a shot in the face the other night at Winford, so it's good to see her out here tonight.
Rowland comes in averaging 2.8 points per game. Minute 50, Dennison and a foul. They're going to get a hand check on Roston. So 2 fouls on Crawford. Still looking for the first. Still looking for the first on Bucyrus. And the Lady Redmond will inbound. Dennison comes into Kemery. Kemery going to spin with it, trying to create space on the baseline. Shut down, sends it back out top. Roland hands off Dennison. Brooke gets a screen. Brooke trying to split him. Brooke gets tripped up. That is Roston with the takeaway. Roston up the floor, and she's fouled. She was going up with it, so Gabby Roston will head to the free throw line. Dennison tried to split him there. She got tripped, but the officials let it play.
Yeah, I thought she got fouled at the other end there, but anyway, but Roston did a nice job taking it to the hoop and drawing the foul. And Bucyrus got to be careful here. They don't want to get down too far because right now they're struggling getting anything on the offensive end going.
Roston's first free throw is good, and that makes it 10-2. Second free throw for Gabby. Sights it, shoots it, no good, but another rebound. Holt climbed up and grabbed it over Kemery, loose, and she misses the putback, cleared by Rowland. Kemery comes up. Kemery stops, turns to Rowland, back to Kemery on the right wing. Addison puts on the deck with the left hand, now picks it up into the corner. Here's Middleton. Middleton down low to Dennison. Brooke back out. Kemery, deep three, forced it, and it was well short. Roston collects. Roston, who's probably the smallest girl on the floor at all times, comes in averaging 3.5 rebounds per game. She's a fighter. Scrappy in there.
Yeah, she takes advantage of getting the loose balls, always on the floor. And she's the leader running the offense. Coach Bauer has her out. She's been playing since her freshman year, so Coach Bauer has a lot of confidence in her.
Looks like Coach Bauer wants to save for the final shot here. Down to 37 seconds in the quarter. Dennison giving Roston all sorts of space as Gabby walks it head of the key down to 27. Now Dennison closes the gap. Near side, DeRay. DeRay guarded by Rowland. Goes with the right hand. Roston almost set her a screen, but kind of shook off. Now they'll play keep away out front, down to 11. Here goes DeRay. DeRay right of the rim. DeRay denied. Pulls up. DeRay in and out. Rowland the rebound. She's got a chance to shoot it, but she won't. So Bucyrus holds in the final possession, but Crawford leading 10-2 at the end of one. You're listening to the Sectional Championship here from Colonel Crawford High School on WQEL and the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Josh Stallings, John Supon with you tonight. The Colonel Crawford Lady Eagles and the Bucyrus Lady Redmond fighting for a chance at the district. Crawford with a nice first quarter, and they lead it 10-2. And the Lady Redmond will start the second with the basketball. Down low, Middleton, and a foul on the floor. And in for Colonel Crawford, number 11, Robin Amon. Amon, 2.7 points per game. Amon gives them another post presence. Lob into Kemery. Kemery sets up. Kemery, no, off the mark. And Amon grabs the rebound.
Bucyrus just can't buy a basket right now.
No, their shots just won't fall. Driving in, left side. Amon put it up, didn't get it. Amon back up, and then she's fouled. And she's just establishing her presence down there.
Another player that came on here in the last part of the year, Coach Bowers kind of inserted her in the lineup, getting some time off her, getting another post player in there, and she's come through real well.
First free throw for Amon, got it. Like you said, Bucyrus can't afford to fall down. Their shots aren't falling. They're having trouble getting it on the inside, and they cannot let themselves get down by too big of a margin here.
And they can't get into their transition game because they're not getting the boards.
Right. Middleton skips up the floor for Bucyrus. Right wing Rowland. Into the ball game for the Lady Red is Burling. Burling gives them an outside presence. 12-2 as Rowland walks left side. Rowland, lob down low to Dennison. Brooke turns, shoots. Dennison knocks it in from the elbow. 12-4.
Yeah, Roston gave her a little bit too much room there, and Brooke turned around, knocked in the elbow jumper there.
Kemery denying DeRay. Back out to DeRay from downtown. DeRay drops it on the right wing. Second triple for Crawford, and it's 15-4. Bucyrus really needing a stop there. Burling drives in. Burling. Oh, Izzy Burling took it with the left hand and high off the window.
Nice
Burling,
job.
15-6.
Nice job by Burling there. Got a bump on the way up and got the ball to go through.
Right. Nobody would have argued if it would have been an and one, but
yeah, that's right.
She powered through. Gray thought about the heat check. Instead, pulls it down. Now backs away. Gray beyond the arc. Not a rush. Rush got in front of Dennison and able to score it.
Nice give and go from to Rush there on the layup.
17-6. Lob in for Dennison. Dennison back out Kemery. Kemery sets her feet. Shoots the three. No good. Burling grabs it. Oh, how is that possible?
Looked like Amon was in front with bigger girl. They called Burling, who's about 6 inches shorter, for knocking out of bounds there. And
Burling is listed at 5 feet tall. That's maybe with lifts in her shoes.
Yeah, that's going to say that might be in high heels. But
Amon listed at 5'9".
Yeah.
I don't believe that ball was off Izzy Burling.
But anyway, DeRay's kind of taking over here. I like the way she's taking charge of the offense, kind of moving the ball around and looking for the shot.
McKibben looking inside for Holt. Holt spins baseline now up under. Oh, got away with a big time travel.
Yeah.
Baseline jumper, no good. Comes down to Dennison. Brooke going to push it up. Brooke into traffic. Brooke gets clobbered. The foul going to go against McKibben.
And they're giving her 2 shots here. I don't think Coach Bauer liked the call. I think she felt that he felt Dennison split him and then tripped over the foot. But they're giving her 2.
Dennison with 5:11 to go here in the second quarter will shoot 2. First on the way for Brooke. Got it. Now Gabby Roston back in the ballgame for the Eagles. 17-7. Dennison drops them both. And now timeout. Coach Brian Siebert of Bucyrus with 5:11 to go in the first half. It's Crawford 17, Bucyrus 8. We're going to take one as well. You're listening to WQEL and watching live online on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Okay, you look familiar. That guy, 15 long.
I worked with him a couple times. But you're right.
Josh Stallings, John Suppan bringing you sectional championship coverage here from Colonel Crawford. 17-8, Eagles with the lead, and it will be Colonel Crawford with the ball. Looks like Bucyrus is going to show some pressure here, John.
Yeah, Coach Siebert had it. He's got used 2 timeouts already. I think he's going to try to pick up the pace of the game because they want it to be more of a full court game.
Roston going to sprint it all the way up into the corner. McKibben sets her feet, unloads a 3, backside on the miss, and Dennison's going to let it go out of bounds. And that's something, you talked about. Bucyrus, they don't really have a definite post player. They are more 4 guards and a forward, where Crawford is more 1 or 2 guards, and then they got some forwards and post players. Why would Bucyrus not really try and put the pressure on and track?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do right now is pick up the pace with their press. I don't know, Coach Siebert, depth-wise, if he was worried about that or not.
Weithman back in for Crawford and picks off the pass. Lady Eagles, but Dennison took it right back. She's got a one-on-one. Dennison going at Roston. Dennison put it up. They both fell to the floor and no call. Holt with the miss.
That's got to be a call some way or the other, either a block or a charge.
17-8 with 4:15 to go in the second. Rush, top side. Rush guarded by Rowland. Steps inside the paint, now backs away to Weithman. Weithman going to heave a 3. Allison, an air ball. Oh, she gets shoved by Rush. And there they get the second call. That's going to go against McKibben, but should have been the first one on Rush. DeRay back in for Rush and Blizzard in for Rowland. And now Amon, a late sub for Colonel Crawford, will give McKibben a break.
Bucyrus really like to get Dennison and Kemery in the open court somehow and get them up and get them moving, and I think Colonel Crawford's done a great job of getting back on defense and just taking that away from Bucyrus.
They switch on the screen. Burling outside Kemery, a deep 3. Kemery! Steph Curry range. Makes the 3 right in front of the Eagle bench, and Bauer wants a timeout. So just like that, it's a 2-possession game, and you got to get Addison Kemery some confidence. Got to get her feeling that shot and able to either take it to the hole or knock down that jumper.
And I don't think Coach Bauer was happy they gave her so much room. I think that's why he called timeout. You don't want to lose that intensity that they had the first part of the game, and they kind of let Bucyrus here the last couple of possessions get the open shot, and I think that's what he's going to address here during this timeout. We don't want to quit playing defense.
It's been a 5-point run for the Bucyrus Lady Redmen. We'll take a quick break. Be right back on WQEL and the OH. Coming up at the half, it'll be the Ken Standing Seam halftime show brought to you by Ken and Matt Studer at Ken Standing Seam. 3:33 to go in the first half. As Roston into the forward court, goes left wing to Weithman. Weithman into the corner to Holt. Holt skips it over to DeRay. DeRay backs away with the gold sneaks.
Bucyrus really with a small lineup right now in the lineup. If you look at the size compared to Colonel Crawford.
DeRay looks to drive on Blizzard. Out to Amon. Amon a travel. No call. Traveled again. No call. Weithman going to heave up one from deep. Off the mark. Dennison going to track it in for Bucyrus. Amon gets away with 2 travels. Kemery thought about another. Instead pulls it in. Works it right side. Going to drive in on Amon. And then they're going to call a carry on Kemery.
Looked like she got her hand underneath there and hesitated a little bit. But, again,
ticky-tack compared to the lack of call on the other end.
Yeah, the mistake by the Redmen there, uncontested mistake here. So see what the Eagles can capitalize. Points off.
2:35 on the second quarter clock. Here's Roston. Dennison's going to give her plenty of room. Over to Weithman, left side. Weithman gets rid of it to Holt. Good closeout. Holt going to drive in. Holt blocked by Dennison, and Kemery grabs it. Dennison with her second block. Kemery pushing up. Turns, and an offensive foul.
Yeah, Kemery was a little out of control there. And Weithman did a nice job of stepping in and taking the charge.
And now a change of a jersey change, or
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening. Kind of an official, unofficial timeout. But it's going to be Crawford ball with 2:07 to go in the first half. Roston out front gives way to Rush. Rush, who just checked in, will hand off Holt. Holt probably got away with a travel there. Got away with another travel, but it's stripped. They won't call any travels against Crawford or Bucyrus even. Out to Kemery. Kemery from three, no good. Holt, good box out on the backside. Holt's third rebound. Now Rush. Rush turns. Kemery straight up. How is that not a walk? How is that not a walk, John? She initiated her pivot foot early and then took two after that.
I'm not sure how, but she used that to her advantage, that's for sure. And on that play, I think Coach Siebert wondered the same thing.
This is not the NBA or AAU. Dennison going to shoot the three. Brooke, bucket.
Big basket by Brooke Dennison there. Keep Bucyrus within 5 points.
19-14. Into the corner. They need help side D. Driving in. Scoring on the baseline. Lexi Rush. Nobody step up. Rush took advantage.
Yeah, they got
She's got 6 off the bench.
Yeah, 8 off the bench now, I guess.
Or 8.
Yeah.
Dennison drives through. Steps through. Brooke Dennison.
One shot here by Coach Bauer, and he's looking to kill the clock here before halftime.
32 on the clock, and a 5-point advantage for the Lady Eagles, 21-16. Roston standing at the logo. Gabby, right side to Weithman. I imagine it's going to be, well, who knows? It could be either of them. Is Burling with a hand check. You know, Weithman probably their best outside shooter, but their best all-around would be Holt. But you have McKibben in there. Or excuse me, Rush in there, and DeRay.
I imagine they're going to look for DeRay or Weithman here on the or inside maybe to Rush.
Off the ball screen, DeRay. Hands off, Weithman. Weithman with the left hand. Out to Holt. Holt goes right side. Holt, scoop layup, no good. Dennison falls down. She didn't have possession.
According to officials, she had the possession, but again, that was the drive to the basket. Holt took a shot, looked like there, and no call, so play on.
Dennison with her 4th rebound. Give her credit for that. Blizzard falls down at the horn. Holt, no good from deep. And Bucyrus officials having a few choice words, or Bucyrus assistant coaches having a few choice words for the officials as we go to the break. 21-16 at the half here from Crawford. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the Kent Standings Team halftime show.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
on SUTTON with you here from Colonel Crawford High School, where your halftime score 21-16, Colonel Crawford over Bucyrus. You're listening to the Ken Stallings Team Halftime Show, brought to you by Ken and Matt Studer at Ken Stallings Team. Phone Matt today at 419-544-6275. That's Matt Studer at 419-544-6275. Let's go ahead and run down first half numbers. First for Bucyrus, Ricker with 2 points, Dennison with 9 points, Kemery with 3, and Burling with 2. For Colonel Crawford, Roston has 1 point, Holt with 3 points, Weithman with 2, DeRay with 5, McKibben with, she leads them in rebounding with 3, and Lexi Rush off the bench with 8, and Eamon with 2 points. So the two main scorers for Colonel Crawford have been held to just 5 points, but Rush off the bench with 8. You have DeRay with that big 3. They still have that 21-16, a 5-point advantage over Bucyrus. Now for the Lady Redmond, John, Dennison comes in this first half. She's got 9, but Kemery with just that lone 3. Middleton, she can shoot. Blizzard, she can shoot. They have not contributed on the offense, and they're getting just destroyed on the window.
Yeah, we saw this last night with the boys' game when Colonel Crawford didn't get anything off their bench score-wise. Mohawk comes off the bench and scores big off their bench players. And the same thing tonight. Colonel Crawford's bench rushes come in and really put a spark inside. But again, Bucyrus just does not match up with their bigs because they don't really have a big post player. So they got to get their points by beating Crawford down the court in transition or slice into the basket. And, Coach Bauer right now is finding that right combination, and that's why they got that 5-point lead.
Now, do you see Bucyrus trying to take – neither team has really turned the ball over much. They've both done a nice job of taking care of the basketball. Do you see Bucyrus maybe trying to put some pressure on the Eagles?
Yeah, I think they have to make this into a full court game. They got to put pressure and try to force turnovers, try to get, Colonel Crawford to speed up their play. But Coach Bauer knows that, of course, and so he's going to, counter that too. He would like every possession the last 30, 40 seconds, and then get a good shot. But, I'd look for Coach Siebert to go ahead and try to press, try to get the up-tempo of the game. It's been a physical game, real physical game in here. And that's to Colonel Crawford's advantage because they're a little bit more physical than Bucyrus because of their bigs. So, we'll see how the second half goes, but I look for Bucyrus to come right out and put pressure on Colonel Crawford.
Bucyrus and Colonel Crawford battling for a chance at the district. It's the sectional championship here from North Robinson. We'll be back with the third quarter on WQEL and the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
WQEL 92.7 FM and WQEL.com. It is the sectional championship here in Division 3 between the Bucyrus Lady Redmond and the Colonel Crawford Lady Eagles. Some other games going on tonight. Upper Sandusky is at Willard. Buckeye Central is all the way up in Danbury. That game's over on WBCO with Jared Moore and Anthony Conchel. Cary traveling to Hopewell Loudon. Mohawk taking on Tippin Calvert. And Seneca East is at South Central.
Seneca East, I really think can get that game tonight. I think, even though they're the lower seed or the higher seed, however you want to put it, I think they have a real good shot playing in the N10. And they play some really good competition. Really have a good chance of getting that win tonight at South Central.
South Central hosting that game, but like you said, the N10 a little bit more of a stronger conference.
Right.
Crawford will start with the basketball, moving left to right. Holt catches. Holt for 3. Holt! Right up over Kemery. Kemery was late off the ball screen, and Holt knocks it through. Her second triple. Dennison up the floor. Dennison pressured, finds Middleton. Middleton wants to drive. Middleton back out. Kemery open for three. Kemery to answer, no good. Rebound into the corner, nobody can get there. Out of bounds, ball will go to the Eagles.
But they did get a good look there. Kemery
Yep.
got a good look. I'm sure Coach Siebert's happy. Middleton, a nice job of driving and kicking to the open shooter. Just couldn't connect on the shot.
Crawford 24, Bucyrus 16. Roston gives way to McKibben. McKibben back to Gabby on the right. Gabby looking in. Now they'll switch over. Kick pass. Whiteman back out Roston. Gabby looks to reset. Gabby going to drive. Kick to the corner. DeRay for three. DeRay in and out. Rebound. Nobody can get there other than McKibben. She swooped in, and Bucyrus was just lackadaisical.
Good hustle play by McKibben there, and that's what she gives them. She gives them those hustle plays.
Little floater is Whiteman on the baseline. And there's that 10-point lead again for Crawford.
Yeah, now we're in dangerous territory here for the Lady Redmond. They can't get too far behind because offensive points are hard to come by.
Dennison to Middleton. Middleton to Kemery. McKibben's all over. Kemery going to spin with it. Kemery turns, looking for help. Over to Middleton. Or excuse me, that's Blizzard. Kendra will give it off to Middleton. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Dennison to Kemery, and they'll work it through. Addison stops right side. Great defense by McKibben. Back to Kemery. Pumps. Kemery going to drive. Puts it up in traffic. Kemery no good. DeRay there on the glass, and there's just no presence for Bucyrus on the window. 5:35 to go here in the third. Roston to Holt. Holt spins with it, has it stripped and taken. Steal by Kendra Blizzard.
Good hands by Blizzard there, reaching and getting the ball.
He was open there. Kemery wanted to drive, but McKibben shuts her down. Now it's Ricker. Ricker off. Three ball. Right wing. Got it. Big time shot by Kendra Blizzard.
Big shot by Blizzard there. Nice ball movement by the Lady Redmond. And again, just by when you think Colonel Crawford's going to pull away, they hit a big three.
26-19. Now the Lady Red need a steal or just a stop. Roston going to set up out front. Gabby back and forth. And like you said, Coach Bauer, he'd love for every possession take 40 seconds. He's fine with that.
Yeah, he's with his 9-point lead, he'll do, or a 7-point lead, he'll do that every time.
Roston able to keep the pivot. Gabby looking to penetrate into the corner. DeRay out to Whiteman. Whiteman foul on the floor.
Yeah, she got hand check there on the drive, and I wouldn't be surprised Coach Bauer goes back to Rush and Eamon here pretty soon. Get their bigs back in there and get that because when they were in there, Rush had 8 points and was a big contributor.
Lob out top. They go to McKibben, who hands off to Roston with 4:12 in the third. Bucyrus is going to have to start pressuring these ball handlers. Ricker on McKibben. McKibben steps through. Whiteman gets away with one. Now Kemery grabs the miss. Up to Blizzard, off her hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think that was a smart pass there. I think Brooke was trying to make something happen there off of Burling's hands. And again, a turnover in the crucial part of crucial time here.
26-19. Roston picked up by Dennison. Roston with the left hand. Now stops between the circles. Roston pressured. Dennison all over. McKibben grabs it and a timeout, Coach Zach Bauer. 3:31 to go in the third quarter and a quick timeout here on WQEL. You're listening to sectional tournament coverage on WQEL and the OH Report.
I think Seneca's going to get South Central, really.
I don't doubt it. Josh Stallings, John Suppan with you here on WQEL. And also live online on the OH Report. Out of the timeout will be Kemery, Ricker, Blizzard, Middleton, and Dennison. Roston, McKibben, Weithman, DeRay, and Holt for the Eagles. Outside, Weithman left open, no good. Dennison grabs the miss. Brooks got 5 boards.
Surprised Dennison didn't really push it a little bit quicker before Crawford could get set up.
Kemery looking for an opening. Back out. Kendra Blizzard. Blizzard now drives baseline. Blizzard had it poked out from behind. Kept alive, finds Middleton. Middleton looks to drive. She lost it, now turns in a lot of traffic. Kemery pumps on Middleton. McKibben, no good on the layup. Holt pulls it in. McKibben just doing a really nice job on Kemery tonight.
Again, Bucyrus not getting any second chance efforts at the basket. One shot, they're done.
26-19 Crawford.
A lot of hand checking both ways here in the second half.
Weithman looking to drive. Weithman gets stripped. Here's Middleton up the floor. Middleton stops, turns outside. 3-ball. No. Rebound. Offensive by Dennison, but trying to save it and goes to DeRay. That's going to be slapped out of bounds, but will stay with Crawford. And here comes Lexi Rush.
2 good defensive plays there by Bucyrus, stripping the Crawford offensive player. Rush back in the game. So, I think Coach Bauer looking to maybe get her inside presence there.
Rush takes it on the baseline, up and under, no good. Force that shot. Rush pokes it. Kemery drives in, and a travel called.
Yeah, she did walk.
Let's look at the replay here. 1, 2, okay.
Yeah.
Probably a good call.
Good call there by the referee on the travel. And again, Bucyrus can't cut into that 7-point Crawford lead. The last 2 or 3 possessions have not had a chance to put any points on the board.
Roston penetrates. Roston denied by Dennison, but a foul. Say she swatted her on the head. So Roston, who is 1 of 2 from the line. First one for Gabby, got it. As a team, Crawford 65% free throw shooters. Roston second, up and good.
Looks like Colonel Crawford is going to put a little bit more pressure on Bucyrus here.
Kemery into the forward court, had it slapped away. Taken by McKibben, but up the floor. Middleton took it right back. Here comes Middleton. McKibben, though, they tie up. McKibben with a steal. Now it's loose, and Kemery grabs it. Hands off Dennison. Brooks, step back 3. Head of the key. Dennison is fired up. Big shot for Bucyrus.
Good job by Brooke Dennison there, collecting herself and getting uncontested 3 up.
Final 55 seconds here in the third. DeRay. Ball screen out top. DeRay drives in, plows over Dennison in a blocking foul. I think Dennison was a little late, probably. Does DeRay have control?
They're going to call it on the floor now.
You have better things to do.
Instead of paying for some big name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking.
I guess they're going to give her 2 now. So DeRay goes to the line, and that's who Coach Bauer wants there at the line.
Lexi eyes her first free throw, nothing but the bottom. 29-22. Fans starting to get into it now. Duray's second off the mark. Kemery grabs it. Here comes Bucyrus with 42 seconds in the third. Kemery bounce pass, backside Ricker, put it up and put it in.
Nice pass inside. Cut the lead to 5 points. Look for Coach Bauer here to play for the last shot.
25 on the clock. Duray pressured by Kemery. Duray weaving. Now stops the dribble, gives off to Holt. Holt turns with it. Holt with the right hand. Drives in with a hand check on the floor. That's going to go against Middleton. Holt saw that wide open P. What are your thoughts on that, John? You looked a little disheveled, maybe.
Well, anyway, see Crawford run that inbounds play from the underneath and
Swinging out to McKibben. Turns, Duray. Grabs it. Duray from three. Duray off the mark. We go to the fourth quarter with a 5-point ball game. It's Crawford 29, Bucyrus 24. We'll be back for the fourth right after this.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Well, John, we can all agree on one thing. All the fans here on their feet after that half-court shot by the young man from Colonel Crawford. I'm not sure how much he won. Looked to be about 10 years old. One-handed shot, banks it in.
no doubter.
Young man going home with a little bit of cash in his pocket. We start the fourth quarter, though, in this sectional championship from North Robinson, 29-24. Bucyrus with the basketball. Burling drives in, off-balance shot, blocking foul. She'll go to the line for two.
Give credit to the Lady Redmond. They've never been ahead in this game, but they keep battling, they keep clawing. It isn't pretty, but they're only down 5 points with a chance to cut into the lead.
Burling, first free throw is up. No good. Izzy, one of their better outside shooters. Excuse me. That is Kimmy Burling.
Kimmy Burling, yes.
Sisters Lizard. Second for Burling on the way. That's a lane violation on goal.
Yeah. I think they got it there, yeah.
One more shot coming for Burling.
Mayor Holt took a little step inside the lane. They got it. So foul shooting is important, and they need to get these points while the clock stopped.
Second one, and able to take advantage of that. Burling makes it. 29-25 with a 4-point lead. Duray out top, had it slapped by Middleton. Ball still loose into the backcourt. Now Holt threw it off her hands and out of bounds. And Bauer wants a timeout. A little bit of momentum coming back to Bucyrus here with 7:29 to go in the ball game. It's 29-25. We'll be back on WQEL and the OH. Just a 30, John. Just a 30.
Yeah. Playing hard.
15 seconds.
Josh Stallings, John Supon with you here on WQEL and live online on the OH Report. It's a 4-point ball game here with 7:29 to go. And Bucyrus knocked off Winford in the opening round. Crawford with the bye. These two looking for a chance at a trip to Shelby. Bucyrus has it off the Crawford turnover. Now, okay. McKibben putting pressure on Dennison, plowed into her, no call. Dennison on the baseline, Dennison, and gets shoved out of bounds. If you're not going to cut her off, it's a block.
Yeah, they
Can't beat her, if you can't beat her to the spot and you're going to shove her out of bounds.
that second foul against the Eagles here in the fourth quarter already. So Bucyrus maybe can get to the line, and that would be a their advantage with the clock stopped.
Lady Redmond break apart. Dennison at 3, gets it into Rowland. Rowland in the corner. Step back. Rowland for 3. Oh, in and out. Offensive rebound, though, on the inside. DeRay with a hard foul on Middleton. Middleton grabbed it over Gabby Roston. That ball halfway through the cylinder, and Bucyrus would have erupted. But either way, Middleton can cut into that 4-point lead with these.
Good hustle play by Middleton. Good position by Roston. Just Middleton made a nice basketball play.
First free throw is good for Marissa. Middleton eyes number 2. Put it up, put it in. And it is 29-27 with 7:05 to go.
Yeah, Colonel Crawford's kind of gone into a scoring lapse here, and
Middleton shuts down, ball loose. They get the turnover. They got a 2-on-1. Over to Dennison. Dennison stops, put it up, no call. Holt swoops in and grabs the rebound for the Eagles. And now a late call. Bucyrus got the turnover. Dennison probably just needs to go up with that. But Holt comes in and shows why she's one of the best in the area. Grabs that rebound, clears it, and gets the foul.
a lot of action there on that possession, and like Holt did a nice job of taking care of the ball there and getting the foul call.
Lady Red almost tied it up. Almost doesn't count though. Roston working against Burling, crosses over, gets into the forward court.
Fans are into it now.
Gabby working out top, no 5 count. Burling was, I thought, close enough. Now DeRay working against Middleton. DeRay with the right hand, picks up her dribble. Back to Gabby. Gabby on the left point. Gets a screen. Gabby, though, doing some dancing. Gabby gets in, foul on the floor. They're going to say, I think it's on Rowland. She's certainly one of the best possession point guards in the area. She's so good handling the basketball.
And she plays under control. You never see her show any emotion. She's very calm, and that's good for a point guard.
Holt will inbound, finds Roston. Back to Mira, head of the key. Kemery out on Holt. Now Burling trying to put some pressure on, and Coach Siebert not happy with the call, saying she threw an elbow.
Yeah, I think the swing, he wanted to swing in the elbows there, and he didn't get the call. Things getting a little bit physical here in starting the fourth quarter here.
6 minutes to go here in this sectional tournament. Roston out top to Holt. Holt right of the rim. Holt drives in on the baseline. Double team outside. Elbow J, no good. Roston couldn't handle the rebound and out of bounds. Bucyrus gets it back with 5:48. Dennison works it across. Brooke outside. Rowland open for 3. Rowland, a deep 3 is no good. Loose ball, and Holt either sold it or Burling.
And Coach Siebert's not real happy. He's very intense.
Go to the
there.
replay here.
Yeah. Looked like
Holt gets the Emmy.
but Coach Siebert going coaching hard right now. They're full court pressure here by the Redmen.
29-27. Here's Lexi Rush in the backcourt. Lexi, timeline into the forward court. Rush had it post. Loose ball. No, Weithman able to grab it. Saves it for Crawford. 5:20 in the ballgame. There's Roston out front. Finds Weithman. Oh, and an offensive foul. Weithman threw an elbow.
And I think now they're going to talk about it. Actually, if he hits her in the head, it should be an intentional foul.
And Coach Siebert is saying that to the official.
That should be an intentional foul if a blow to the head. That should be an intentional foul. If blow to the head is intentional. Whoa. I think Coach Siebert knows that.
Yeah. That official must not. Here comes Brooke Dennison. Dennison doesn't use the screen. Goes back out. Middleton. Middleton drives. Lost the basketball. Loose on the floor. Roston scraps for it. Gabby comes up with the steal.
Good job by Gabby Roston. Good hands.
4:50 to go. Rush down on the block. Rush back out. Holt. Gather step. 3-ball. No good. Dennison collects. Brooke on the far side. She'll push up. Brooke center of the floor. Feeds over to Rowland. Rowland thought about it. Pulls it down. 4.5 to play. Fans on both sides into it. Eagles backing off. They'll give Middleton all sorts of room. And now a timeout. Coach Siebert wants a full timeout with 4:16 to go. The Eagles lead it by 2, 29-27. A battle here for a sectional championship from North Robinson. We'll be back. Full timeout, by the way, John. You know who Clear Fork plays? Back, John.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Josh Stallings, John Supon with you tonight on WQEL and the OH Report. The winner of this one will go to Shelby for the district. Middleton will hand off to Dennison. Dennison behind the back dribble. She's got to go somewhere. Pick and roll. Gets it to Kemery. Kemery, shot up, no good. Rebound on the inside, Rush. Rush, big time rebound for Crawford. Brings it up the floor, hands off to Roston with 3:50.
Coach Power's going to set up an offense here. Maybe took some time off the clock. Look for a real good shot.
Roston working out front. Gabby going to drive in. Gabby stops on the block. Back out McKibben, who hands off to Weithman. Weithman turns. Bounce pass back to Gabby. Gabby again drives in. Underneath, reverse layup. Doesn't go. Rebound. Roston grabs the miss. Over to Rush. Rush cleans it up. Roston somehow grabs that rebound in front of two Bucyrus players.
And McKibben is guarding Dennison there and face guarding her and not letting her get the ball. Finally, Bucyrus able to get the ball to their senior leader.
Dennison out to Rowland. Rowland sets up, 3 on the way. Rowland, no good. And nobody could get in there on the defensive glass. Roston brings it up the floor with 2:50 to go, 31-27. Both student sections letting them hear it. Roston, head of the key, near side to Ray. Bucyrus playing a man-to-man. DeRay looking for the roll. Nothing there. DeRay spins, gives way to Rush. Rush now will hand back to Gabby Roston. 2.5 minutes to go.
I think normally DeRay would have took that shot, but at this part of the game, I think she's looking for the layup.
Gabby drives in. Zero help side defense.
Zero.
Roston, a wise point guard, takes it right in and scores it. Outside three from Middleton. Middleton off the mark, and DeRay boxing out Kemery. DeRay pulls it in.
Yeah, quick shot by Middleton. There was nobody underneath the basket for a chance for a rebound.
Bounce past Roston again. Gabby drives inside, and a hard foul by Kemery. Smart foul. Second on Kemery, and that is the team's 5th. So any foul after this puts Crawford at the line for 2, and the next Crawford foul will put Bucyrus at the line. Roston's free throw on the way. Good. Clutch.
Yeah, Roston stepped up the last couple of minutes and kind of taken over for the Eagles offense here, doing a really good job. And again, she has great composure out there.
Roston second. Got another. They get it to Brooke. Brooke up the floor. Dennison looks to drive. Dennison falls down. No call. But Dennison swoops in, gets the steal from behind. Brooke sets up. 3 left side. She forced it. Roston pulls in another miss. Bucyrus has gone into almost panic mode now.
Yeah, they're just firing up some desperation shots here. Being down 8 points, they could maybe get a little bit better shot.
There's a hand check. That'll put Gabby back at the line. You're listening to the Burkhardt Farm Center Game of the Week on WQEL and the OH Report. These two squads certainly haven't disappointed.
No, the effort has been there tonight for both teams. Both teams playing really hard basketball. You can tell both teams have good seniors and good leadership by their seniors and a good fan base out here. It's just been an excellent game.
Roston, second one. Got another. Roston, just a leader.
I think you got to look at her right now as the player of the game for Crawford. I mean, she's really stepped up here in the crucial part of the game.
And after Bucyrus had it within 2, it's all the way back to 10. 37-27 with 1:10 to go. We're going to take a break and be back. That guy is terrible.
They've lost control of this game. You can't have an assistant coach do that either. I mean that's just they don't have a real strong official out there, and that's the problem.
Final 70 seconds here from Crawford. Bucyrus needing a basket, and they need it fast. Outside, Kemery. Kemery, deep 3, barely clips the rim, and there's nobody underneath the rebound. Bucyrus now will come up and pressure inside a minute. Roston works against Blizzard, and she's fouled. So Gabby Roston will head back to the line, and it's almost just too late for the Redmen now.
That's pretty elementary now. That's just they've kind of lost their composure on the offensive end the last 3 or 4 minutes and taken some rush shots where Colonel Crawford's able to take advantage at their end and get to the foul line.
Another big shot by Roston. 39-27, biggest lead of the ball game. Dennison pressured out top, spins, gets it to Middleton. Middleton drives outside three, Roland off the mark. They battle for it. It's loose and it goes out of bounds. Crawford has it with 29.5, and the Eagles, in front of their home crowd, will win a sectional tournament and move on to Shelby. Dennison slapping at it, and Roston will make the walk and head back to the free throw line.
Well, you got to give credit to the Bucyrus Lady Redmond. They win their first sectional game, beat Winford, rival Winford for them. You know, had a nice year this year under Coach Siebert. Good senior leadership. You know, so kudos to the Lady Redmond and how hard they play. They play just exceptionally hard, and as a team, and you know, undersized in most games without a post player. But give credit to the Lady Redmond.
Ricker back in for the final 25 seconds. Ball up to Kemery. Kemery and an offensive foul. When it called for Dennison for a push off.
Yeah, they I think the girl had it. Dennison was getting face guard there and got a little upset.
Well, officials let him play tonight. And now for the final 15.8, Coach Bauer is going to do a full shift change. And so will Coach Siebert. So all sorts of fresh bodies in. Liz Amon, Robin Amon. Trying to see everybody. Number 12, Cam Powers. Also number 32, Carly Zender. And number 3, Lila Plesac in for the Lady Eagles. And now they'll just dribble it out. Crawford gets the win here at home, 41-27, and they are sectional champs once again. A trip back to Shelby for the district in the near future for the Colonel Crawford Lady Eagles. We'll be back on WQEL 92.7 FM and the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
That'd be a good game. Just text me. All right.
40 seconds.
Gotcha. You see that game today with Wake Forest Duke? They rushed the court.
They played.
They rushed. Wake Forest rushed the court at the end of the game. The kids, Duke's best player got hurt. Right, they sprained his ankle. They rushed him and pushed him.
Eagles are 6-2 with 13 Oh, the top one.
2, 1.
Back here on WQEL 92.7 FM, WQEL.com, and live online on the OH Report. Colonel Crawford hangs on to win it 41-27. That's their third sectional in 4 years, John, and in front of their home crowd. The Eagles just stood tall all night. They never, when things got tough and got close, they never backed down.
Yeah, they never trailed the game, and it wasn't a very well played game. I think both coaches would probably agree with that. It wasn't a pretty game, but both teams played really hard, and Colonel Crawford just at the end of the game maybe showed a little bit more composure and in the half court, and were able to get some key baskets, get to the foul line. And after only being up 2 points with about 4 minutes to go.
Crawford, one big thing that they did, they never gave him second chances, and any miss by Bucyrus, Crawford was just able to get bodies in the paint and take that aspect away. They were not going to get second chance opportunities.
Yeah, Bucyrus's lack of size showed up there where they weren't able to get their second chances. It was one and done. And they also were having to settle for 3-point shots a lot because they weren't able to get inside against the Colonel Crawford defense. Give Coach Bowers girls credit, though. They play really hard, very good defense, kept Dennison and Kemery off bounds, and just weren't able. Bucyrus was just never really able to get into an offensive flow.
Crawford only allowing 27 points tonight, and that was just that half-court defense. They were such great closeouts. McKibben playing full-court denial on Dennison. Just a good game plan coming in.
Yeah, they were very physical with the Bucyrus guards out front, so that disrupted them getting any kind of offensive flow. And Bucyrus never really could get into a transition game where they could get some easy layups to beat the teams down the court. It's just a good all-round effort by all the Colonel Crawford players. Everybody contributed, bench contributions. Lexi Rush coming off the bench did a great job, and especially in the first half there. And then at the end, Gabby Ross hitting some key foul shots.
She was, I believe, 100% from the line tonight, and it was 11 of her 13 points coming from the strike. We will be joined by Gabby in just a few minutes here on WQEL and the OH Report, but right now let's go ahead and run down tonight's funnel numbers, courtesy of Ken and Matt Studer at Ken's Standing Seam. This is the Ken Standing Seam postgame show brought to you by Ken and Matt Studer at Ken's Standing Seam. First for Bucyrus, Addison Ricker finishing with 4 points, 1 rebound. Blizzard with 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Brooke Dennison led them in scoring with 12 points, 7 boards, 1 assist, and 2 blocks. Kemery with 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Middleton with 2 points, 2 boards, 1 steal. And Burling with 3 points. For Colonel Crawford, Gabby Roston led them and all scorers tonight with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. She had 12 of her 13 in the second half. Mira Holt with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Allison Weithman with 4 points, 1 steal. Lexi DeRay with 6 points, 5 boards, 1 steal. Lene McKibben didn't score, but she played phenomenal defense. Collected 4 rebounds. Lexi Rush off the bench had 10 points, 1 rebound, and it was number 11, Robin Amon, with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Those are your final unofficial numbers, courtesy of Ken and Matt Studer at Ken Standing Seam. We'll take a break and be back with the McDonald's Q92 player of the game, Gabby Roston.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
And live online on the OH Report. And John, Bucyrus comes in, they get that big win over rival Winford. They come in one of the most hostile environments in the end, probably the most hostile environment in the N10 and one of the most in the area. And they certainly had no quit. Got down by as many as 10 twice, clawed their way back, got by within 2, but just a big turnover on one side. They had a 2-on-1, could have tied it up, but good hustle defense. They disrupt the shot by Brooke Dennison, and then that left the door. They were able to actually keep the door a little bit closed on Bucyrus, I should say.
Yeah, and the Lady Eagles came up big in clutch situations, and they made plays. It just seemed like every time Bucyrus would get a little bit of momentum, Colonel Crawford would make a play either on the offensive end or there on the defensive end where they got in position to stop Dennison from getting the layup and tying the ball game. Then they go down and they hit a 3, and boom, it's back up to 5 points. And Gabby Roston goes to the line and starts hitting foul shots.
And here she is. Gabby Roston will join us now inside the Ken Standing Seam postgame show on WQEL and live online on the OH Report. There you go, Gabby. Get those on. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah.
Gabby, congratulations first on another sectional championship. Certainly something you guys aren't you're familiar with at this point. Your guys' third in 4 years. Won it 41-27, and you guys never trailed in that ball game. You had a game plan with Coach Bauer. I'm sure it was a good one. You guys executed it to perfection, and that's a pretty solid Bucyrus team starting 5 seniors. But you guys came out and you were extremely composed all game long. You were able to dictate the pace of play and really do what you wanted to do.
We knew that we were going to face adversity during the game, and we knew we had to overcome it every single time. And I think we did a really good job of composing ourselves throughout the whole game and not letting the atmosphere or what was being going on on the court affect us during the game.
Absolutely. It was a battle. I mean, officials letting you guys play tonight. It was a physical matchup and hands in your face on every shot. You guys face guarded Dennison, and they had no quit, but you guys did the little things right. You limited second chance opportunities. You got bodies on the window. Took away the rebounding aspect. In your size, you guys were just more physical.
Yeah, our game plan, we knew that we were going to have to out-effort them if we wanted to win this game. And I think tonight we gave it all that we could, and we never gave up.
Defense got big stops in the second half. You guys got two 10-point leads, but Bucyrus kept clawing their way back. You guys got a big stop down here where they went to tie it. Good hustle back on defense, and you guys were able to keep composed and not give up. They were starting to get a little bit momentum, but you guys kept that composure, kept that game plan, and able to get it done.
When like during practice, when offense isn't going for us and we don't get shots fall, we always can fall back on defense. And I think tonight that's what we relied on. We knew that even if our shots weren't falling on offense, we could sit down and play defense and get stops.
Well, you guys did a phenomenal job, only giving up 27 points tonight. There was a huge play you had, not only your free throws, we'll get to that in a second, but down here was a loose ball, and three girls, I think maybe even four girls, came down, all colliding for a little bit of a scrum, and you were the one that come out with it. You kept not – and Coach Bauer, a lot of other coaches would take a timeout there, or the girls would turn it over. You kept your composure, and you set up and just found the person. And, it's just – you're a junior guard, but you've been around playing since you were a freshman, and that showed.
Yeah, I think my teammates do a really good job of making my confidence. When I get the ball, I'm not gonna let anybody take it out of my hands without them knowing that they shouldn't take it. My teammates do a really good job of making sure I know where they're at if they're open. So I think in practice we stayed calm, and then tonight, when it came down to it, we were calm and took care of the ball when we needed to.
You led everyone in scoring tonight, 13 points, 12 of them in the second half, and 11 of your 13 came from the free throw line down the stretch. When you got the Bucyrus fans screaming at every free throw in this tight matchup, what's going through your head? I mean, you were 100% from the line tonight.
I mean, I have 4 seniors that I'm playing for, and I know those free throws are big, and if those are free points that I want, and I'm going to take them. And, I got my teammates, Lene McKibben is always telling me, you make these in practice every day. It doesn't matter, the atmosphere, but you can make them right now.
Well, congratulations, Gabby.
Thank you.
You had a phenomenal game, led the way in scoring, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Congratulations, and good luck in the district.
Thank
we'll see
you.
you there. Absolutely.
Grandpa, she taught you to shoot that, did he?
That is Gabby Roston, the winning point guard tonight for the Colonel Crawford Lady Eagles. They get it done 41-27 here at home. They move on, and they will have a chance at a district championship at Shelby. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
All righty.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
WQEL 92.7 FM and WQEL.com, and live online on the OH.REPORT. Let's wrap things up here inside the Ken Standing Seam postgame show. Final score, once again, Colonel Crawford 41-27 over Bucyrus. They are sectional champs once again, the 3rd time in 4 years for these Lady Eagles, so certainly no stranger to this atmosphere, and they showed up and showed out in front of the home crowd, John.
Yes, and now they're on to Shelby, neutral site, possible matchup with Clear Fork, depending on how they do tonight. MOAC team, a little bit bigger school. So Coach Bauer, enjoy this one this weekend, and then, get back after it Monday and get ready for their district semi.
Time now to name our McDonald's Q92 players of the game, courtesy of McDonald's of Bucyrus, Gallion, and Upper Sandusky. For Bucyrus, she led them in scoring all season. She leads them in scoring once again tonight, also in rebounds. That's Brooke Dennison. A great career for Brooke. She finished the ballgame tonight with 12 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks. For Colonel Crawford, you heard it, Gabby Roston. Gabby, not only phenomenal on the court, phenomenal in the interview booth. So Gabby Roston is your McDonald's Q92 player of the game for Colonel Crawford. finishing with 13 points, 12 in the second half, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So congratulations, Brooke Dennison of Bucyrus, Gabby Roston of Colonel Crawford. They got themselves a value meal of their choice, courtesy of the Lewis Family McDonald's of Bucyrus, Galleon, and Upper Sandusky. A huge thank you to everybody here at Colonel Crawford High School, to John Kreider back at Station Control, to the OH Report. We certainly love when they can join us, give us those awesome coverage, and the replays always help. A huge, that's definitely a big help for me. And of course, to all of you tuning in, however you listen, in your car, in your truck, in your garage, wherever it is, or you listen or watch online on the OH Report. We certainly appreciate you tuning in to WQEL and the OH. And also, big thank you to John Suppan. John, your expertise is unmatched, and you're welcome anytime, my friend. So once again, Colonel Crawford, 41, Bucyrus, 27. The Eagles are sectional champs once again. I'm Josh Stallings saying good night and get home safe, everybody.